Okay, we are starting back with problem number 4 of 1.2b, part 2 of adding and subtracting integers, really just subtracting here, sorry. So, quick review. You were supposed to do problem number 4. The steps are, we look for a double negative. If we do see that, we change it to a double positive. Step 2, to find the sign of your answer, you use the sign of the larger number. Step 3, to find if you add or subtract, you're looking if the signs are different, you subtract, and if the signs are the same, you add. So, let's look at step 1. Do we have a double negative? Yes, we have that right here. So we circle that, which I kind of did with the highlighter, and we change it to a double positive, which means we do this. So I want you to rewrite the problem as changing it to negative 57 plus a positive 34. So we've just taken care of step 1, so that's done. Step 2, I'm going to actually exit out. Step 2, to find the sign of your answer, use the sign of the larger number. So which is the larger number here? Hopefully you're saying negative 57, because I've got 57 negatives, 34 positives. So that tells me my answer is going to be a negative. So that's done. Step 3, we need to figure out, are we adding these two numbers or are we subtracting them? Well, the signs are different, so if they're different, are we adding or subtracting? If they're different, we subtract. So I'm going to take the larger, the one I have more of, put it on top. Take the other one, put it on the bottom, and I'm subtracting here. 7 minus 4 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. And I'm going to put that with the sign that we already said, so our answer here is going to be a negative 23. If I owe $57 and I get rid of 34 of what I owe, I still owe 23. Next problem. Negative 117 minus 29. Would you please rewrite this as an addition problem? So the way we do that is we write negative 117 plus negative 29. This would be a good point for us, for me, to remind you that if you see me writing something down, you should be writing it down. So whatever's on my page should be on your page. Exactly. Okay, we don't have double negatives here, so that's taken care of. Let's look at the sign. What is the sign of the larger number here? So to pause for a moment or think to yourself, what's the larger number here? In this case, the larger number is the 117, so our answer is going to be a negative. So that takes care of step 2. Again, we're using the Post-it to go down each step by step so that we don't skip anything. Now we need to figure out, are we going to add or subtract these? So are the signs different or are they the same? In this case, they're both negative, so we're going to add. So off to the side, I'm going to do 117 plus 29. 7 plus 9 is 16. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 4. Bring down the 1. and we're going to put that with our negative that we already have, so we get negative 146 as an answer. If I owe $117 and I borrow or I lose another $29, altogether I owe $146. Okay. Would you try this next problem, please? You pause the video and try to do as much of it as you can. Please use the Post-it to help you out. So pause and restart when you're ready to go. Okay, so hopefully you wrote this out. If you have not, then you're not following my instructions, and that makes me sad. So we're going to rewrite this. Oh, sorry. Step 1, we circle the double negatives and we change them to a double positive, which I'm not going to put that there because it is assumed that it's positive. So that takes care of step 1. Step 2, we're going to take the sign of the larger number. So the larger number here is 342 and it's a positive. So that tells us our answer is going to be a positive. You don't necessarily need to put the positive sign. You can leave that off. We now need to, so that's step 2. Step 3, to find if you add or subtract. Subtract if the signs are different, add if the signs are the same. We basically have positives right here. So that means we've got 19 plus 342. Again, I want you writing this out. 9 plus 2 is 1. As soon as carry the 1 is 11, I should say. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 4 is 6. Bring down the 3. So I get 361. So if I have $19 and I get rid of some money that I owe, that's going to increase my overall net worth. That one's a little confusing to use in terms of money. Would you attempt this problem? Pause the video and then do as much of it as you can. Okay, this problem, you can probably just solve it straight as it is because it is just a subtraction problem and the first number is bigger than the second. I'm going to solve it changing it into an addition problem. So there are lots of different ways to solve math problems, and whichever one works best for you is fine. So I'm going to change that to an addition, change this to a negative. The sign of the larger number is positive, so that tells me my answer is positive. So that takes care of step 1 and 2. The signs are different, so because they're different, we subtract. So I'm going to do 232 minus 154. Can't do 2 minus 4, so that means I need to borrow. 12 minus 4 is 8. Can't do 2 minus 5, so I'm going to borrow from the 2. 12 minus 5 is 7. 1 minus 1 is 0. So I end up with a positive 78. Okay. We're going to start with this problem tomorrow, but I'd like you to try to solve this, and then we'll come back to it tomorrow. Thank you very much. Hopefully that made sense. If you have questions, don't forget to ask.